foundation financially sound in producing our yearly or quarterly financial reports and also our yearly accounting reports. Mr. Jimmy Challenger, Secretary, Ruben Essett is present here. Ray Spencer, the General Practitioner, is also on the board, and Mr. Rohit Brown, the Engineer. I'd also like to, of course, this would not be feasible if we didn't have a prior board. And I see in the back there, I think I saw Dr. Mercure as the past president. He's hiding somewhere, right? Where's Dr. Mercure? Oh, anyway, but Dr. Mercure, one of the past presidents in the beginning of the Mental Health Foundation, has also, the prior board has contributed a tremendous great bit in making this possible. 2012 has been an important transition year for this foundation. Patients in a crisis have rarely been treated in a police station anymore and cell, and no patients were flown to Curacao. That is a great achievement. Today on St.Maartens, crisis patients are treated in accordance with international standards. They are admitted locally and guided back to their environment as soon as possible. Families has applauded the efforts of the foundation, psychiatrists, and staff for the quality care and the family support that this foundation has been able to provide to date. The number of our patients seen and treated are growing, but also the number of organizations that are supported by the foundation in our efforts to reduce stigma of the mentally challenged, to encourage timely treatment and prevent mental illness to manifest. To name some organizations that are presently cooperating with the Mental Health Foundation, organizations like the White and Yellow Cross, the Alzheimer's Foundation, Social Affairs, Education Department and schools where we are currently having projects ongoing. For instance, the Tudor Room, where also mentally challenged kids are guided via the Mental Health Foundation. And we have collaboration with the American University of the Caribbean. That's locally. Internationally, we have recently signed a cooperation agreement with the Capriles Clinic in Curacao. We work very hard with the Panaccio Bavo Clinic institution in the Netherlands in setting up the Mental Health Foundation and guiding us in the right direction. The Netherlands Antillian Stichting for Clinical Higher Education also is one of our collaborators. The Mental Health Foundation will continue to do its utmost to serve the people of St.Maartens to the best of its abilities. Once more, I'd like to thank everyone here for coming out and supporting us. And I hope this evening will be a fruitful one, and that we all go home with a good message. Thank you very much.
I think the work that boards, Mental Health Foundation Board, and other boards and people who do the type of voluntary work that they do, Mr. Essett, I was speaking to him a short while ago, he is a retired gentleman and he still finds the time to do the kind of work that he does with the foundation. In some cases it's a thankless job, but it's a job that is done on behalf of the foundation, the people who work there, and also the clients, most importantly. So it's a very good job that you do, and thank you very much. On the program, we have, as I said earlier, to those who came a little later, a little late this evening, we have quite a packed agenda. We have a couple of poem recitals for you. We have the viewing that I mentioned, and that is a viewing of some spots that have been put together for Mental Health Month and Mental Health Day. As you know, the part of the whole reason to have this event today is to stimulate awareness within the community as to what mental illness and mental disorders are about, and how we can make the public more aware about mental illness and some of the ways of dealing with it. Some spots were made locally, and part of the viewing this evening is for you to see what was done and how the public will be educated about mental illness within the community, especially how stigma affects what is done and what needs to be done with getting stigma for a mental health illness. We have a keynote speaker, and the keynote speaker is Dr. Sachin Gandotra. He is the psychiatrist here and resident, and he will be giving a very interesting talk for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, telling us something about the work that is going on here and some of what is happening with the treatment of mental disorders within our community. And we'll have some closing remarks, and you will be invited to join us and join the staff and those here for a cocktail reception afterwards. Some drinks and some eats are organized for you. So a very interesting evening. Again, the idea is for you to talk about mental illness in the community, to get to know each other, and we'd like to stimulate that right now and towards the end. Within the program, I have the next person to come up named as a member of the Mental Health Foundation Management. But we know she's a lot more than that. She's a very dynamic woman, somebody you don't want to be on the wrong side of, I can assure you, who has made this a passion of hers, the foundation, to get it going, get it moving. I'm told she's on a timetable to do things before she retires, so maybe that's why she's making sure that everything needs to get done and get done now, and really quite fiery and passionate about what she does. That person is one of the newspapers named her Person of the Year for the work that she has put into this project. And she really has grabbed it by the scruff of the neck, and she's really making it work. And that person is Eileen Healy, and I'd like Eileen to come forward so that she can introduce the members of the management and staff of the Mental Health Foundation. I'm told they actually increased staff from 18 to 38. Maybe she can tell us if that's true.
Thank you very much, Joe. If there are people in the back that would like to sit down, there is enough space here in the front. Could you please come forward? It makes nicer pictures if the chairs are not empty. Thank you, Dennis. You're so welcome. Thank you, Mr. Willemsberg. Carmencita. Hi. White Yellow Cross. Thank you, guys. Nobody else coming to sit? Thank you so much, Joe. We have a surprise about Joe Dominique just now. But I won't go into that one.
Oh, wow.
I have to. But we're very grateful that he was willing to be our MC tonight. Thank you so much. He is doing it for us, like a lot of people do things just for us. I proudly present to you tonight the Mental Health Foundation. As mental health workers, we have to stay positive, no matter what. We cannot get depressed. We are there to help the depressed, so that St.Maartens avoids epidemics. Because globally, a very seriously, rapidly increasing illness is coming about us. But Dr. Gandotra is going to elaborate on that later on. I won't go further into it. I again want to proudly present to you our financial year report, social year report, strategic plan, and our budget 2013. I know that Mr. Willemsberg and Dennis Richardson are waiting for it for the longest while, but we have it ready for you tonight. That's our gift to you. The foundation was established by Jorien Wuiten. She was supposed to be here, but I'm sorry she's not. She is here? Oh, Jorien, where are you? You have to come sit in the front. Look, you have a reserved space here. You're going to stay there? Okay. Jorien established this foundation in 2001, if I remember correctly. I don't know what she did, but she gave this foundation a guardian angel in the process, because every time I think it is not going to work anymore,